Hello everyone. Today we will be starting with a new topic, linkage. The term linkage was given by the scientist named as Walter S. Sutton in the year 1903. Now see children, till now we have already studied about the chromosomal theory of inheritance, and we saw that at the time of Mendel, the word used by him was a factor, and he said that it is a factor which transmits from one generation to the other generation. But when we come to the chromosomal theory, that is after the discovery of the nucleus, after finding out that what things are present inside the nucleus, that is chromosome, we saw that the chromosome get transmitted from one generation to the other generation, and the factors, that is also called as the gene, is present on the chromosome. And if the chromosome get transmitted from one place to other, that is from one generation to the other generation, then along with the chromosome, genes are also transmitted. And these genes are responsible for our genetic makeup. Till here it was clear. Okay. Now see what I have said just now. I told you that the chromosome is a hereditary vehicle. Okay. Because it carries our heredity. It carries our genes. Clear? Now, what Sutton has said us? Sutton told us that a chromosome contains large number of genes. Large number of genes. Okay? This is another chromosome, homologous chromosome, and these chromosomes contains large number of genes. Okay? Now see what happens. During the meiosis, when the chromosomes will get separated from each other, then according to the Mendel, there will be independent assortment. These genes will assort themselves independently. Okay, this was the Mendel's law. Mendel's law of independent assortment. But what we have seen after this, we saw that the genes do not apart independently. The genes do not assort themselves independently, because they are present on the same chromosome, and if they are present on the same chromosome and if they are in close contact with one another, then they will not pull themselves apart. They will not go for the independent assortment. See, suppose this is our gene A. Now, this is our gene B. Clear? This is again gene A and this is gene B. Now, what happens during meiosis? Now, gametes are not transferring from, factors, that is genes, they are not transferring from one generation to other, because they are present on the chromosomes, and chromosomes are moving apart from each other. Chromosomes are transferring from one generation to other generation, and these chromosomes are carrying the genes, and because of that only the genes are also transferring from one generation to the other generation. Now see what happens. If the chromosome will move apart from each other in the process of meiosis, that is we have already studied in diplotin and in the various steps of meiosis, the chromosome will pull apart from each other. Now see, suppose this is one chromosome. Okay. Now, chromosome is apart from each other. While moving apart from each other, there will be crossing over also. This we have also studied in the previous class. Now suppose it is containing A, and here there is a gene B. What was here? Here it is A and this is B. Now these two genes are very close to each other. What happens during crossing over? Suppose if there will be crossing over at this place. Okay, there may be crossing over. Now I am making it once again like this. Suppose there may be crossing over like this. If the crossing over is like this, then both the gene will move towards here. Okay, what we will get? We will get small a along with capital A and capital B. Because after crossing over, both the genes has moved here. So this is not our independent assortment. And it was explained by Sutton. That is, may be possible that genes do not assort themselves independently, because if the genes are closely related to each other and if they are present on the homologous chromosome, then it may be possible that while crossing over, both the genes will transmit to the other one, to the next generation. So these type of genes are called as linked genes. Linked gene. And the phenomena is called as linkage. Now see, the meaning of linkage is very simple now. Meaning of linkage is when the genes which are present on the chromosome, if they are related with one another, that is, in the F2 generation, while crossing over, it is not possible to move them apart. Then that is called as the linked gene, and the phenomena is called as the linkage. Okay. Now, in another way, we can see the linkage. Suppose, now see, I am drawing chromosome here. Now suppose if one gene A is here, another is here, homologous pair of chromosome. In meiosis, there will be crossing over. Suppose if the crossing over is from this side, then what we will get as a result? Now here we can see the genes has pulled them apart and they are showing themselves independent assortment. So this is not the linkage. See, in the next condition, suppose if I am drawing chromosome here, this is A and this is B, this is another chromosome, and suppose if crossing over occurs from here, what we will get? A, B, this will be the result. It is also showing assortment. Okay. Now what happens? Look at the third condition. Suppose A is here and B is here. This is another chromosome. Now crossing over, if the crossing over will occur, then it is not possible for this chromosome to pull these genes apart from each other. It means these two genes are linked together. If they will move in this, then both of them will move together. Okay, both of them will cross and both of them will go into the next chromosome together. Why it is so? Because these genes are now called as linked genes. They are closely together, close together, and so they are called as the linked gene. Okay, and the whole phenomena is called as the linkage. Clear? Now, the next is our linkage group. Now, all the genes present on the chromosome is called as the linkage group. The number of the chromosomes that is present, that is called as the linkage group. And we can see that the linkage group is same as the number of chromosomes. For example, we have, that is, humans have 23 pair of chromosomes. Okay, altogether we have 46 chromosomes, but we have 23 pair of chromosomes. Now, number of linkage group. is equal to the number of chromosomes. Okay, so if the number of chromosome is 23, then in case of humans we have 23 linkage group. Okay, so the meaning of linkage group is all the genes on pair of homologous chromosome collectively form. All genes present on pair of chromosome forms linkage group. Okay, if we have 23 pair of chromosomes, it means how many linkage group we have? We will have 23 linkage group. Understood? So this is all about linkage. Now, on the basis of position, we can have the two types of linkage. See, the next topic will be types of linkage. Number one is complete linkage, and second is incomplete linkage. See, the meaning of complete linkage is when the genes are completely linked to each other. Genes are completely linked to each other. This and this. Now they are closely related. Okay. Whenever there will be crossing over, then both of them will go together in the next generation. Then this is called as the complete linkage. Now we will see the example of complete linkage is, it was explained by Morgan in 1920. Morgan explained about the complete linkage. Now see what he said that, and he did his experiment on Drosophila. This is very common. In Drosophila melanogaster, we see that the insect, okay, having black color along with the long wings, two traits. Okay, what are the two traits in case of Drosophila? That is, the body of the organism is grey in color and it has long wings. Okay. Now the genes for these two traits are closely linked with one another. Now see, suppose if we represent the grey color with capital G and long wings, which is again dominant, we can represent it with capital W and capital W. Now what Morgan has done? He has crossed this with the recessive gene. Now if grey color is dominant, then small g, that is black color will be recessive. And if long wings are dominant, then small w will be the vestigial wings. Okay. Now what the Morgan has done to show the complete linkage, see. Capital G means grey body with long wings. He crossed them with black body and vestigial, that is short wings. In F1 generation, we all know that according to the Mendel, every time we will get the dominant trait. What we will get? Capital G, small g, capital W, small w, like this. Okay, we get everything. Like if we cross them together, it's better to capital G, capital W, small w. If we cross them together, then we will get everyone as a grey body and long wings. Now, this is the result of F1 generation. When this will be back crossed with the recessive, or if this will be crossed again for the F2 generation, then according to the Mendel, we should get the ratio of 9:3:3:1. We should get this ratio. Okay, how we should get this ratio? Now very simple. We must get grey body, long wings. We should get grey body, vestigial wings. We should get black body with long wings and black body with vestigial wings. It means we should get 4 characters. According to the Mendel, there should be 4 characters. Okay. But what was the actual result? Actual result was only of 2 type. 2 character. That was 8:8. What was it? It was only grey body, long wings, grey body, long wings, ratio, black body, vestigial wings. Okay. So, what does it prove? It simply proves that the genes which are located on the chromosome, they are completely linked with each other, and they are linked in such a way that during crossing over, they are not able to assort themselves independently. Okay, that is, if I draw a chromosome like this, then this capital G and capital W is linked in such a way that even crossing over, we are not able to pull them apart. This is called as complete linkage. Okay? Now it is clear to you all. That is, if a gene which is present on the homologous pair of a chromosome, and it is present in such a way that it is tightly linked with one another, and we are not able to separate them, pull them apart even in the crossing over, then that is called as the complete linkage or linkage. Okay. Now see what happens in the next. Now in the next, that is incomplete linkage. Let's start that. Now see, incomplete linkage. Incomplete linkage occurs. When it occurs? It occurs when the gene gets separated at the time of gamete formation. Gamete formation. In the process of meiosis, when the exchange of chromosome takes place. Okay. So, what I mean to say that incomplete linkage occurs at the time of gamete formation, when genes get separated. Clear? And how the genes get separated? When there is a exchange of material in the chromosomes. So whenever the chromosome exchange their genetic material, then at that time the genes which is present, they may get separated. Okay. Now, if they are completely separating, then it will show the independent assortment, but it may be possible that they do not assort, they do not separate completely. If they do not separate completely, then they will show incomplete linkage. That is, they will show linkage, but the linkage will be incomplete. Now, for this, we have one example, and the example is sweet pea. Okay, we saw that the sweet pea has blue color flower, okay, along with long pollen, and this is its dominant feature. If this is crossed with, suppose if I am drawing it as a capital B and long like this, it is crossed with another character of the sweet pea, that is red color flower with short pollen. Okay, that is small b with small l. Now if they are crossed, then in F1 generation we get capital B, capital L and small l. Okay, like every trait, every character will be blue with long pollen, blue color with long pollen. Now, if we go for the crossing in F2 generation and if we do the test cross, then in the Mendel's law, test cross was expected of the ratio 1:1:1:1. Now see how it was 1:1:1:1. Suppose if we take blue and long wings, okay, then in what are the other possibilities? There will be blue with short pollen, red with long pollen and red with short pollen, or in your book it is written as round pollen. Okay, so round or short, no problem. Long and round, clear? So blue with long pollen, blue with round pollen, red with long pollen and red with round pollen. This will be the possibility according to the Mendel. And according to the Mendel, it should be 25%, 25%, 25% and 25%. That's why the ratio will be this. But actually the ratio was not like this. Now this is the ratio when complete assortment will be there. When each and every trait will represent itself. But what happens in case of incomplete linkage? Although they are linked, but they are not completely linked. So what will be the ratio? This pure ratio will be maximum. That is, they found that the ratio was 43.7%. Okay, and this hybrid was 6.3% and it was 43.7%. Okay, so this was the actual result. This should be the result at the time of assortment. That was not done, but we got this result. And if it would be complete link children, then the result should be like this. But this was also not there. So what we got? They were not completely linked. They were not totally assorted. They were not independent. Genes were not independent at all. But they show incomplete linkage. Clear? So by this experiment, we saw that few genes are completely linked together and few genes are incompletely linked together. They are linked, but they are not completely linked. They may get separated, but up to few extent only. Then this is called as the incomplete linkage. Okay. Now, the next is, what are the factors that affect the linkage? One factor is very common that we have seen, and that is the distance. If distance will be maximum, then linkage will be minimum. Because, see, what we have seen just now. If this is A and this is gene B, if there is less distance, then it shows linkage. And if the distance is maximum, then there will be crossing over. Okay. So, distance, strength of linkage is inversely proportional to the distance between the linked gene. If the distance is maximum, then linkage will be minimum. So, one is distance. What is one? One is distance. Okay. What is next? The next is age of organism. Age of organism. With the increase of age, the chances of crossing over will be less. Okay. If the crossing over will be less, hence linkage will be increased. Right? As the age increases, clear? Crossing over will be less. And if the crossing over will be less, then linkage will be maximum. So we can say that age is directly proportional to the linkage. Clear? Next, X-ray. Exposure to the X-ray reduces the strength of the linkage. Definitely, if to the chromosomes, if we will pass X-ray, then the genes may get distorted, they may get separated from each other. So, X-ray will decrease the strength of linkage. So, the third point is this one. Next is temperature. Increase in temperature, once again, it will decrease the linkage. Clear? So, there are four important factors. One is distance. If the distance will be minimum, then linkage will be maximum. If the age will be there, like maximum age will be there, then no crossing over. And if no crossing over, then definitely there will be the linkage. X-ray. X-ray will be there, then the genes will distort from each other, and in that case, strength of the linkage will be minimum. And the fourth one is the temperature. If the temperature will be maximum, then definitely the linkage will be the minimum. Clear? So this is all about the factors affecting the linkage. Now the last is significance of linkage, and the significance of linkage, it reduces the possibility of variability in the gametes. Clear? It reduces the possibility of variability in the gametes, that is in the new offsprings. The multiple characters does not come because the linked genes, they only transmit from one generation to the other generation. That's why the possibility of variability in the gametes decreases, it affects unless the crossing over separates the linked genes. Now this is all about our topic linkage. Clear? In the next class, we have to start with crossing over. Till then, you revise this thing, children. Okay, thank you.